Hey y'all, this is John from the OBR. Welcome to the film room here. We're going to try something a little different. In addition to our weekly X's and O's articles we post, we're going to try a couple of video breakdowns here and see how it goes. Wanted to go back to one of my favorite plays from the 2016 season, Week 2 Baltimore Ravens, Crowell's 85-yard touchdown run. I found this run interesting for a couple of reasons. First, because of sort of the metadata or the metagame that I think set it up, and also the execution by the offensive line and the fullback. So going back to the Browns' opening drive, 10 plays, Corey Coleman caught a touchdown reception. That might be redundant, whatever, from Josh McCown. We know Coleman went on to have a monster game, then broke his thumb. Rest is history. But for now, the future was looking bright. Either way, back to this. So 10 plays through, and here's the importance of that number. Many coaches are going to script their opening drive or opening set of plays, whether it's 5 plays, 8 plays, 10 plays. I do not know if Hugh Jackson does this for sure. I've done a little research and I've never received any definitive answer. But my guess is that he does, he does come in with some pre-selected formations and plays and goes from there here. So what I think happened is, based on his script from the first 10 plays, he was able to spot a weakness and then take advantage of it with this specific alignment and play call. So thing that sticks out to me and should stick out to you when you look at this picture right here is look at this giant gap here, BC gap right here. Joe Thomas is uncovered. We call this a run bubble, and they happen for a variety of reasons, but moral of the story is if you catch a defense in a run bubble, you want to attack it because they've created all kinds of opportunities for you here. Jump throughs to get to the linebackers, great angles for down blocks, like on the tight three technique here. Lots of good things will happen if you run at these bubbles here. So, in that original drive, I believe the Ravens line showed this bubble 3 or 4 times. It was primarily to the field or the wide side, and a couple times it was also towards Gary Barnedge, like we see it here. So field is down here, bottom of the screen, Barnedge is here, and we see this bubble again. So what I'm thinking is that Hugh picked up on whatever was causing this alignment here, whether it was a certain personnel group or combination of personnel group, formation, field position, spot of the ball. And maybe he was able to engineer this play specifically to attack this bubble. I could just be making things up as I go along here, but again, I find it interesting that he sees this bubble 3 or 4 times, and first play, second drive, he comes out and he goes right at it. So let's get into the play itself. Play is old school favorite, power. So we're gonna have a sub down blocks from the O line. We're going to have a kick out from our fullback right here. We're going to have a pull from Austin Pasteur. He's going to come through, get on the backer right here. Important thing right here, we must win the C gap. So right through here, have to win this gap for this play to hit. And because our gap here to the left, our B gap is empty, we should hit this for major yards every time it goes here. If everyone executes, this is hidden for yards. If you make or look at your box numbers, you'll see 8 blockers. You'll see 8 defenders here, so the offense can go hat on hat right here. Let's get into the play. Let's see how it works. Couple things that we want to look for here. First, we need to root out this tight three technique. So our left tackle, our left guard, they're going to double right here. They will then work all the way to the backer over on this side. Urban has a bit of a man's block here. He's got a heads up center. He's going to nose tackle, pardon me, heads up over him. So he's going to have to single team this. He's going to have to handle it on its own. He cannot get beat across his face towards the play side here. A stalemate is perfectly fine. Just do not let this guy drop it down or get in the backfield, disrupt the puller, or affect Crowell's path. Again, Barnedge right here. He cannot beat across his face. That should not be an issue based on the alignment here. The tilt. This defensive end is going to be playing hard force over in the D gap here, so his job will be to kick everything back inside. So he shouldn't be dipping into this gap. But if you've watched Paul Kruger, you know that these things can happen here. We've got a drop safety here, Eric Waddell, great player, but he's in the box now. It's a little different animal here. We got our Mike, and we will account for these 2 players with our fullback and our puller. So we're going to kick out Waddell. We're going to pull our right guard around, come through. We're going to pick up the mic there, and Crowell's going to bust right between them, at least theoretically here. So let's watch the play. Let's see who executes. So off the jump, we want to hit our double team here. We got to root this guy out. And now he takes this inside step and he's popping into the front side A gap here. Because he does this, you can see that Thomas is actually, he's off balance right now. His head are way over his feet. I don't think he expected this. I think they expected 99 to go right into the left guard's chest right here. Technique from there, Thomas and Bettina would have gone hip to hip. They would have, attacked both sides here. Thomas would push on this hip until he feels it go down. Then he would climb to the backer. But because, the hip's already moving away from him, he doesn't really have to worry about securing the double here. He can just catch himself and pop right up here. We can see fullback here already has eyes on his block. He's going to go ahead and bim this guy out. So he wants to aim for his inside shoulder here. We want to keep him out of the play. We're going to make that lane right through here. Again, Waddell's probably not about that life when it comes to filling the hole against the fullback, but we'll see in a moment here. We can see the start of a pull right here. Pester will take whoever shows up from the inside out, which in this case will be the mic, and Thomas should make his way all the way up to the will. So we have everyone accounted for. We've got our blocks. You can already see over here Barnedge dealing with that hard force player that's shooting upfield. So as long as Barnedge can just keep pushing him right along, he'll wash him down back here, and he shouldn't affect the play in any way. Moving forward just a little further here, again, we can see right into the hip here. We can see the collapse. We can see the block starting to develop. Again, Barnedge lost his guy, but it doesn't matter. He's, 3 yards going on 4 yards upfield. He's not going to be able to affect this play as long as Barnedge keeps pushing him on his waist here. We've got just little turnout anchor blocks right here. Idea is just don't let these guys get inside here, run down the play from the backside. We can see that Irvin's won some inside hands on the nose tackle. A stalemate's fine again. Bettina, Thomas, they put 88 into the muck right here. He's done with. The only question is, will Thomas be able to regain his bounce and get onto the will right here? We can see again, Eric Waddell, pardon me, he knows he needs to fit the hole right here. He knows there's going to be contact, but the question is, how much does he really want to make? So let's go a little further, and we'll see again, he's not about that life right there. What he should be doing is kicking the ball or attacking Johnson and squeezing, trying to basically narrow or constrict this area that Crowell's going to come through here, but he's just trying to come out of here with his life. He doesn't want anything to do with a real heads-up block in the hole. Notice that, again, we have 3 defenders turned out. We have Thomas up on the will. We have Pastor picked up the fill-in mic, and Crowell has a clearly defined lane right here through that C gap. So I mentioned winning the C gap before. The C gap has been won right here. Crowell just needs to hit this, and he's going to be looking at major yards. So we go forward, and although we can see the safeties from this point, the free safety takes an awful angle. Takes him a little bit to recognize the play. He comes in at a poor angle. He has to change it up. He has no chance of catching Crowell. It's over from there. And again, that's Crowell's burst through the hole. Let's go back again. Watch it from the beginning. We're getting there. And again, key blocks. Root out the 3 technique. Kick out the safety. Pull. Grab the fill-in mic. Work the double team here to the will. If all 4 of those hit, you're getting yards. It's that simple. And let's watch it again. And there it is, and Crowell's off. Well, thanks for taking a couple of minutes to hang out with me, talk about some football. If you guys like these, if positive reception, then do a little more work with the with the editing, the production values. I'll practice these so I don't sound so gosh awful, and we'll go from there. So thanks for listening. Have a great holiday weekend, guys. Be safe.